algebraic expressions and rules of thumb. Things for you guys to remember to make a regular sentence into a math sentence. Let's start first with things to remember that are rules of thumb for subtracting. Memorize these two words. When you know in your sentence that the words than or from are there, you switch the order of the way it was written in the sentence. For example, 5 less than a number. You see the word than, so you know you switch the order. Here, the first thing you see is that 5 is written first, but since you see the word than, you're going to write 5 at the end. And then you see the word a number at the end, so you're going to write the word a number at the beginning. When you see the words than or from, you switch the order. And now you can write your algebraic expression x minus 5. A number x less than 5. Well, in this case, you have the words less than, and when you see the words than or from, and it is subtracting, you know you switch the order. So you write a number at the end of the sentence here. And the 5, instead of at the end where it's first, you write it at the beginning. So now you're going to write 5 minus x. 5 from a number. You ask yourself, well, the first thing you ask yourself is this subtracting? Yes. Next thing you ask yourself, do I see the words than or from? Yes, I see the word from. So that means I switch the order. Instead of writing the 5 first, like you see at the beginning, you're going to write the 5 last. And instead of writing a number last, you're going to write a number first. And instead of writing a number, you go to the next level and make it an algebraic expression by writing x minus 5. The difference of x and 5. Well, here you know it's subtracting again. But the only thing is you don't see the word than or from. And since you don't see the word than or from, you leave it. You have x and 5, and you write it down here in that order. X minus 5. A number minus 5. Well, you know it's subtracting, but you don't see the words than or from. And since you don't see the words than or from, you're not going to switch the order. You're going to write it exactly like it is in the sentence. So what we've been through is that whenever you see a sentence that's written out and you know you're dealing with subtraction, you're going to memorize that the words than or from mean switch the order. Now let's go over when you're going to use parentheses. Now when you're dealing with a longer sentence and you see these phrases within that longer sentence, you know that the next thing after is a parenthesis. You're going to see the difference of, that means you're going to write parentheses. The next part is going to be in a set of parentheses. The sum of, well, that means parentheses. The product of, that means parentheses. The quotient of, that means parentheses. Those phrases should be memorized, and whenever you see them, it should trigger parentheses. This is for longer sentences, and I'll show you what I mean. If I have the sum of 5 and a number, then I'm just going to leave it 5 plus n. But if you see 3 times the sum of 5 and a number, it's a longer phrase. So you're going to say to yourself, all right, 3 times means multiply. The sum of means parentheses right away. And whatever's next is what goes in the parentheses, 5 and a number. So that's what's inside the parentheses. The difference of, if I say 27 times the difference of 2n and 7, I'm kind of going over two things right here. I see that the difference of means minus, and it doesn't mean you're going to switch the order because it doesn't have then or from. But I also know that the difference of means whatever's coming up next is in parentheses. So you look at the sentence, 27 times the difference of, now you could put a times in there, symbol, but you know that if you just write the parentheses, that automatically means times. So you have 27 times the difference of 2n and 7. Some people might see that word and think plus, but not when you have the difference of. It's really just saying the difference of these two numbers, 2n and 7. The product of. If you see the words the product of, it means you're gonna put it in parentheses. The sum of means right away the next thing that you see is gonna be in parentheses. The difference of means right away the next thing you see is gonna be in parentheses. The product of means right away what you see is gonna be in parentheses. So if I said 27 plus the product of 2n and 7, I would write it just like the sentence says, 27 plus the product of, that means I draw my first set right there. Write the next part, 2n and 7, as a product, which means times, and then I close my parentheses. The quotient of means there's going to be parentheses. So if I say 27 plus the quotient of 2n and 7 plus 5n, well, I know that my parentheses are going to go around the next set of things that are talking about a quotient. 27 plus, so I wrote my 27 plus the quotient of, parentheses right there, 2n and 7. Well, 2n over 7 means divide. You could also write the division sign there. Close my parentheses because that's all that's a quotient, plus 5n. Finish your sentence like it is. So what you need to memorize? You need to memorize, if you see the words than or from and you're talking about subtracting, it's time to switch the order. You're going to switch the way it comes from the sentence. And you're going to memorize the phrases. The difference of means parentheses with a minus. The sum of means parentheses with a plus. The product of means parentheses with a times. And the quotient of means parentheses with division. Thank you, and have a good day.